Γεια σας FoodTubers, my name is Akis. This is my first video on FoodTube and I hope you enjoy it. So, I'm from warm sunny Greece and I think the most appropriate recipe I could choose to introduce myself to you with is one of the more well-known Greek dishes, Moussaka. It's not Moussaka, it's Moussaka. It's baked in the oven and consists of layers of healthy vegetables, aromatic ground beef and topped with a creamy bechamel sauce. There is no question as to why it is so famous. It's truly a delicious dish and I've made it easier to cook and healthier to eat just for you. In the original recipe, the vegetables are fried so they soak up a lot of oil. I decided to bake them instead, which makes the dish healthier and less time consuming. So let's begin by preheating our oven to 200 degrees Celsius set to fan. Here we have a 25 by 30 centimeter baking pan that I'm going to brush with some olive oil. Now thinly slice 2 potatoes and an onion. We put them in the bowl, drizzle with some olive oil, salt, pepper and thyme. We mix them and spread them in a thin layer on the bottom of the baking pan. Now we're gonna bake them for 20 minutes until they soften slightly and turn a little golden. And the potatoes are ready. Now thinly slice an aubergine or eggplant. You need thin slices for your vegetables to cook correctly in the oven. Add it to our bowl, drizzle with olive oil, season with salt, pepper and thyme. Spread the eggplant slices over the potato and onion slices. At this point, if you see the eggplant a bit dry, you can add a little bit more olive oil, it's gonna be okay, and bake for 20 more minutes. The eggplant is ready. And our final vegetable layer will be kolokithi in Greek, zucchini in American and courgette for the UK. I will cut into thin slices and guess what? We're gonna add some olive oil, salt, pepper and thyme. Spread them over the eggplants and bake for another 20 minutes. Our vegetables are ready. So let's continue with the next layer. We need a pan, add some olive oil, mince an onion, add it to the pan and caramelize over high heat. Mince a clove of garlic. Add it to your pan and give it a mix. Now let's add the spices. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon and a pinch of ground clove. Mix and saute. It makes a huge difference when you cook the spices on their own before adding the meat. Add 1 tablespoonful of tomato paste and put the ground meat into the pan. I'm using beef. Use a wooden spoon to break it up into small pieces. Salt and pepper. Add a jar of chopped tomatoes and saute for 5 to 10 minutes or until most of the liquid evaporates. Imagine how surprised your friends will be when they come to your house and find a nice moussaka to eat. They're gonna love you. The mixture should be quite dry and our ground meat is ready. Set aside. And let's start our bechamel sauce. Place a medium-sized saucepan over medium heat. Add butter. As soon as the butter starts to melt, not burn, we can add the flour. And start to whisk. Now, this is an important thing to remember. Always add the milk slowly and in batches. If we add it all at once, the flour won't dissolve in the milk properly and lumps will form. This is definitely something you don't want. Each time we add the milk, we have to wait for it to get absorbed into the flour and then add the next batch of milk. You also have to remember to whisk constantly during this whole process. You might have to do this up to 10 times, but it's worth it because in the end you will have the best bechamel sauce in the world, I promise. When the sauce finally starts to bubble, you will know it's ready. It should be smooth, creamy and delicious. Oh, it's starting to bubble. Now let's remove this from the heat and add some freshly ground pepper, some ground nutmeg, but no salt because we will be adding some grated parmesan. And whisk. For a final touch, I'm adding 3 egg yolks. Give it a stir and it's ready. Now add 1/3 of this creamy bechamel sauce right into the ground meat. Mix together. We are creating a sticky filling so that the dish will hold together when serving and eating. If we had a very juicy or saucy filling, it would all fall apart. Now spread the filling over the vegetables, and to complete the moussaka, I'm going to use a spatula to get all of the bechamel sauce out of the pan and spread it over the ground meat. Smooth the top to make it look nice. Finally, sprinkle with some grated parmesan and back into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes or until it looks golden brown and bubbly. Here it is. I wish you could smell this. Before cutting the moussaka, allow it to cool for at least 1 hour because it needs time to set. Cut into pieces. Layers of tasty vegetables, aromatic and delicious ground meat, and even more delicious bechamel sauce. If you want to make more of my recipes, visit akispetretzikis.com and subscribe to my YouTube channel Akis Petretzikis Official. Try making this great dish, guys, moussaka. You will love it. Healthy, quick and mouth-wateringly good. I will try. This thing, guys, is amazing. I hope to see you again soon. Γεια σας!